Hi there, my name is Stephen Elliott Jackson. What you're about to watch is the premiere reading of my play Moron. Moron is the story of Carrie Buck, who was the test case in 1924 for forced sterilization in the United States. It is a sad story filled with many, many topics. As a warning, I would like to remind people that the play does involve, amongst many things, malpractice in the medical field, medical abuse, malpractice in the law field, as well as rape. Just so these are warnings for you if these are topics that are hard to deal with. But they are very much a part of this story. If you do love this play, please donate below if you like. Any amount is wonderful. It goes towards the actors themselves, as well as some of the tech that goes involved into making these play readings. Thank you very much to the wonderful actors who came together to help put this play together. Many of them are doing double roles. And I hope you do enjoy this play. It is a very moving story. If you have a chance to look up the history of eugenics in the United States, this story will definitely be something you might have an interest in. Thank you very much and have a good day.
I'm here to talk to you about something very important.
Oh! Why does it hurt so much?
Your baby is ready to come. Now, Carrie, I need you to push when I say so. Nurse, get the cart ready.
Pea pods. Yes, pea pods. God knows I've eaten a few in my day. I'm sure that you have too. Something that we've got in common. They really don't seem that important, but you don't know half the story. It all began with a man named Gregor Mendel. Now, I'm sure that Mendel loved pea pods too, the sweet pea kind. But I'm sure he also got upset when he found a pea pod that wasn't very good. You know what that's like. We've all wanted to buy an apple. One looks wonderful, and so we take it.
Oh!
Okay, it's coming. Now, push, Carrie, push.
Oh!
It's a baby girl.
Can I hold her?
However, we realize that we want two apples and pick another out, but it has marks on it. The skin has bruises. It's smaller than the other one. We wonder why we can't find two good apples. Well, that's what Mendel thought about pea pods. He saw two different pea pods, and one was perfect, and the other had flaws, and he wondered why. Why do some pea pods seem perfect and others seem inferior? Well, that curiosity propelled Mendel to really research how we grow pea pods. He wanted to find the markers that make the best pea pods and what markers make the worst ones. This is what he found.
I want to see my baby. I want to hold her.
Carrie, you know you can't keep her. Nurse, take the baby away.
No, I want my baby. Give me my baby.
Stop this. Look, I will call the guards and have you moved to your room right now.
Okay.
This is a chart that he created to describe the patterns in pea pods, and it's stunning. We can see that you can get sturdy, plump peas by mixing these types together. We all want to have peas that are like that, right? And we can see that by mixing these types of peas together, that there are imperfections and blemishes. We don't want to eat those peas. We want the best peas that we can have, and don't we deserve the best? Why would we want to pay for the creation of imperfect pea pods? It's just that simple.
I'm sorry. You can't see your child. She will be cared for by your family.
Family?
The Dobbses. The nurse will be in to clean you up.
Mendel understood that. However, this is the real question. If we can predict how pea pods can be grown, get the best ones, and discard the imperfect ones, can we do the same with humans? That, ladies and gentlemen, is a question that I really want to answer.
My baby.
My baby.
Hello?
My baby.
Hello? Is anyone there?
My baby.
Hello? I can hear someone.
Who is it?
Hi, is this Carrie Buck?
I don't know you.
I know, I've come to see you.
I wasn't expecting anyone.
I know, I guess I should have called. Would you be able to open the door? Hi,
Hi. Who are you?
I can't believe I'm looking at you.
Okay.
It's just that I finally heard about you and, well, here you are.
Well, you did come here. What did you expect?
I don't know, really. I mean, I had looked you up and scoured through records, but you never know, really.
No. What don't you know?
Much.
Okay. Well, goodbye then.
Oh my, I'm such a basket case. Please open up. Let me explain.
Yes,
You must be very confused.
I could stay the same.
Yes, I guess that's true. Could I come in?
I don't know you.
I promise I'll explain.
Well, I don't usually let people in.
I'm sure that's the case. Please, this is very important.
Okay, I guess.
This is your place.
I believe you figured that out.
Yes, I'm sorry. I must look like a complete mess to you.
Yes.
Direct. Probably a good thing. You see, I've been waiting to finally do this.
Do what?
Meet you.
Okay. Hello. We've met.
You have a sense of humor.
No, not really.
Sarcasm?
No.
Okay, I should probably get to it then.
Sure. Get to it. Who are you?
Carrie, I'm your sister.
What?
I'm your sister, Doris. My name is Doris.
Doris.
Yes, I wasn't sure if anyone had told you about me. Mother, maybe?
Mother?
Yes, our mother, Emma. Oh dear, this might be very confusing.
Yes, it is. You're my sister?
Yes, I'm a few years older. I was put into foster home when I was quite young, and so I didn't know you. Well, not really. My foster parents moved a bit away. I was so young, I didn't even have much to work with. I had to do a little research, but it was hard.
My sister.
Yes, I'm sorry. Maybe I should have called first.
I don't know.
Well, you had a number that I found, but I thought that would have been odd. Hi, you don't know me, but I'm your sister Doris. Not exactly a phone call type of conversation. I was scared, though, and thought about doing that, but Matthew thought that was a bad idea.
Matthew? Is he our brother?
Oh, no, Matthew's my husband, Matthew Figgins.
Oh, is he here?
No, he thought it best to introduce myself first, as we haven't seen each other.
Met each other.
Yes, we hadn't met each other. Well, he thought it was best not to overwhelm you.
Well, you did.
I mean, overwhelm you too much. I guess I would overwhelm you no matter how many people came.
There are more people?
No, I mean that, well, I wouldn't want to bring lots of people. Well, I mean, if there were lots of people, I must be confusing you greatly. I would probably be confusing me if it was the other way around.
Yes.
This must be Mother.
Don't touch that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Well, I mean, I sort of guessed. It just felt close.
No, it's Mother.
Good.
It's the only picture I have. I wasn't allowed a camera, ever.
Well, this once, I guess.
Well, yes, but never again.
Oh, I can see why you would want to protect it then. May I see it? I promise not to hurt it.
It's the only one.
I know. I will be careful. Oh,
It's Mother and me.
yes, I can see.
What's wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. Sometimes one tries to envision something, but then they don't really understand what it will really feel like.
Okay.
I couldn't have been more than a year old.
When you were taken away.
Yes, when I was taken away. Her hands.
They were small, but very soft.
You remember?
Yes, I remember them well.
Oh, that's amazing. I wish I had that.
Are you all right?
No, yes, I don't know. I don't know what I am.
Well, you can be happy and sad at the same time.
What?
You can be happy and sad at the same time. Mother said that to me.
Really? She said that?
Yes.
Oh dear. I thought I was prepared for all this. I'm not sure I was.
Prepared.
For you, Mother, memories I would have and memories I wouldn't know at all.
They're not memories if you didn't have them.
Yes, I'm figuring this out. I should go. I don't think I was as ready as I thought.
Are you all right?
You already asked that. I don't know. I'm sorry, I'm just confused.
I thought I was the one who should be confused.
That's what I thought. I just can't stop these tears. It shouldn't be this way. What are you doing?
I'm hugging you.
I can see that, but why?
Mother would have done that.
What?
Mother would have hugged you if you were sad or happy or both. That's what she did for me. And since you're my sister, I can do it for you.
Thank you. I don't know what to say.
Then don't say anything.
Can I come back?
Sure. You're my sister.
Carrie, are you awake? I know you're in there. I'm coming in. I have some breakfast for you. Good morning, Carrie.
Good morning, Dr. Pretty.
You're not up yet. I brought you breakfast when you didn't come to the hall. It's very important that you keep up your strength. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day, you know. It promotes intelligence, healthy living, many things. And you know we are not here to serve you. This will not become a habit. It's very important that we follow the rules here. We know what happens when the rules are not followed.
I want to see my baby.
You know you can't do that. You know the rules. She's being taken care of.
By them.
She's fine.
I want to see her.
Now, Carrie, it's very unbecoming of a woman to be disagreeable.
I just want to see my baby. Why can't I see my baby?
You know why. I saw your mother today.
Mother?
She's doing very well. She ate all of her breakfast. She came down from her room and sat in the dining hall. She asked about you.
She did?
Of course she did. You should go visit her today. She seems in good spirits.
Okay. When can I see my baby?
Carrie, stop asking that. You can't see her. The Dobbses are taking good care of her. You have nothing to worry about.
I just want to see her.
Enough, Carrie. I will call them later and ask how Vivian is doing. Can I do that for you?
Okay.
You're not going to eat your breakfast?
I'm not hungry.
We need you to eat. You need to be strong. You have chores to do. You need to be a useful member of society and to this colony.
Why can't I leave?
We're not discussing this anymore.
I'm not stupid.
Carrie, get a hold of yourself. You know you can't leave.
I'm not feeble-minded.
Carrie, do you want to be restrained? Do you? I will call the guards. They will tie you down and you will not be able to move. Do you want that?
No.
Good. I don't want to see you hurt. I don't want to see you restrained.
No. I'm not feeble-minded.
Carrie, how old are you?
17.
And what grade were you able to perform to?
Grade 6, but I was.
You have the mind of a 12-year-old.
That's not my fault.
Oh, Carrie, I know it isn't.
But I can go back to school. I can learn.
Carrie, you know that's not true. I can't let you do that.
I don't want to stay here.
Sit down right now.
I don't want to stay here.
The restraints, Carrie. I can go and get those big men to come here right now. They will hold you down and tie your hands back, and there will be nothing you can do. Now sit down. I don't know what's got into you.
I just want to see my baby.
And I said you can't. There's no more you can do. Who told you that you were feeble-minded?
You did.
And who is the doctor here? Who has the education in mental illness?
You do.
Yes, I do. I'm doing what's best for you.
I don't belong here.
And I said that you do. You have all the characteristics of feeble-mindedness, just like your mother. Maybe even your child too, hmm?
My child isn't dumb.
Maybe not. We'll have to see about that. Carrie, would you like to be better?
Yes.
And would you like to be with your child?
Yes. Can I see my baby?
Maybe someday. If you're a good girl. If you follow the rules here.
I want to leave here. I want to see my baby. I want to marry and have more babies.
You want more children?
Yes. Can you help me?
Only if you help me. I have to go now, Carrie. You need to eat your breakfast, and you need to stop being disobedient. I have some calls to make. Will you do that for me?
Yes.
Good. Carrie, I do believe that you are special, and we only want the best for you. We'll see you soon.
I found another picture of Mother.
I thought you said there was only one.
I lied. I snuck a few pictures when they weren't looking.
That's pretty sneaky.
Sometimes you have to do that.
This is quite incredible. When Doris told me that she'd found you, I was amazed.
Why?
Well, finding relatives after so long sounds like one of those news stories. Twins find each other after separation.
We're not twins.
I was meaning in a comparison way.
Okay.
Thank you, Carrie, for letting me bring Matthew over today. When I got home, I was so excited that I could share with him how I'd found you.
I hadn't seen her so happy in such a long time. It's been a very tough number of years.
Okay. Do you want more tea?
Sure, that'd be nice.
I'll have more too. Thank you.
She's a little odd.
You don't know. You don't realize what she's gone through.
I know. There's just this distance in her, like she's standing there, but her head is in another universe.
And I don't even know the half of it.
You didn't know your mother as well?
I was separated from her and living with a foster family quite young. Carrie was living in the colony longer than me.
Colony.
It was a hospital for people who were considered feeble-minded. It was horrible, but that's what happened in the day.
There was a relative in my family the same way. I think she was supposed to be there, though.
Why is that?
Well, for one, they were lucky if there was a set of curtains that didn't end up being cut by her sewing scissors.
Like Maria in The Sound of Music?
Well, not unless Maria was just putting holes in a set of drapes. We never talked much about her.
That seems to be the thing to do.
I'm sorry. This must be pretty upsetting to meet her and not know for sure if she's there.
Oh, she's there, but there's a world of stories that I don't know. I don't even know what she went through. Do you know that I even went to that hospital once and never knew they were there?
No idea at all.
None. It was the only medical facility in town, and my foster parents never mentioned them. Well, to be fair, they might not even have known. Adoptions were not things that were talked about either.
Well, if there's someone who can get Carrie to open up, it's you.
You're very sweet. It's not just opening up, but also being aware that I don't know what will come out.
Well, I'm here for you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Carrie. These are some wonderful photos.
They're just pictures.
Well, sure, but I haven't seen any of these things from Doris's past.
It's like a puzzle with a few more pieces in place.
That makes sense.
Happen to see this picture. Is that your father?
No, that's my husband.
Oh,
I married him when I left the colony.
well, that's wonderful.
Now, honey, I'm sure he was a wonderful man.
He was. He passed away a few years after that picture.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He was a good man. When you left the colony, you didn't really know where to go.
That must have been hard.
It was.
I didn't see any pictures of children.
No,
Did you have any?
um, I'm getting tired. I think you should go.
So we just got here.
Carrie, is there anything wrong?
No, I'm just tired.
I'm sorry. I hope I didn't offend you. I just saw all these wonderful pictures and it seemed like the most logical question to ask.
Okay, but it's not always about being logical.
Carrie, Matthew didn't mean anything by it.
I just don't want to talk about it.
I'm sorry.
Please, I think you should go.
Oh dear. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
Carrie, you're right. It isn't always that logical. Matthew and I couldn't have children.
Honey, you don't have to.
No, I do. Matthew and I tried for years to have a child, but couldn't. Just something that wasn't meant for us. I know that some of our conversations will not be pleasant, but know that anything that you don't want to talk about, you don't have to, and we'll understand.
Okay,
I'm very sorry. Can we stay?
okay.
Your husband, he looks very nice.
He was. He was older, but he kept me.
You said it wasn't easy leaving the colony. What was it like there?
I don't want to talk about it.
Okay. What was his name?
William,
That's a nice name.
okay? He had a big family.
Oh, lots of brothers and sisters?
No, he had 6 kids.
Wow. It's quite a few.
I was his second wife. His kids were all adults.
So, the same age as you.
It must have been nice to have some family.
Yes, they were nice. William passed away in 1941.
I see this other man. Who's he?
Oh, that's Charlie. That's my husband.
Oh, you're married? Doesn't your husband live here?
He has been unwell, and he lives in one of the residences a few floors up.
Should we go visit him?
No, he's been sick lately. I try to take care of him.
I'm sure you do. Well, hopefully we can meet him when he's feeling better.
Okay. I need more tea. Are you both okay?
Of course.
What did I say? If anyone can get Carrie to talk, it's you. I'm so sorry for nearly ruining that.
We can't make assumptions about anything. We know a little of Carrie's story, but it's very confusing. We can't assume that after leaving the colony that she lived a normal life. I'm not even sure she would even know what that is.
Our life hasn't exactly been normal either.
I know.
Small steps. I'll follow your lead.
Patience. God knows what we're going to learn.
Carrie, I presume.
Yes.
My name is R.G. Shelton. I think you were notified of me.
I think so.
Well, please sit across from me. I know this might seem odd. I'm sorry.
It is.
The court just assigned me as your guardian. Since you're still quite young, they felt that you were in need of some support.
I guess.
I know that it's been rough here for you.
I don't belong here. I don't understand any of this.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I miss my baby. They took her away from me.
Vivian. Yes, she's staying with the Dobbses.
I don't know why they hate me.
Oh, I'm sure they don't hate you. They just want you to get better. Vivian was born only a month ago. That must be quite horrible, but I'm sure that you're here because they were concerned. They were concerned that, well, you couldn't take care of her.
There's nothing wrong with me.
Oh, I'm sure there isn't. And I see that your mother is also here.
I visit her every day. I was taken away from her too.
Oh, that's terrible.
The Dobbses took me in. I was a good student.
I see that. They seem like good people.
They sent me away before I had my baby, and then they took her too. I don't understand. I thought they would take care of me.
Well, that's what I'm here to help you with.
I don't know you.
Oh, well, I guess that's true. I was appointed to you.
Appointed? So they pay you?
Yes, but I'm here for you. You can tell me what you want me to do.
I want to see my baby. I want her to be with me.
I would like to do that. It may take some work.
You can't do anything, just like everyone else.
Carrie, I'm sorry. I don't have all the answers, and the fact is that I'm not sure I can help you. I will do my best. That's all I can do. I've seen people like you, people brought into places like this. It's not easy to get out, and in order to get your baby back, you need to get out. That I do know. We have to prove that you don't need to be here for that to happen.
I'm not epileptic.
Sorry?
They said I was epileptic. I'm not.
Oh, I read that you were.
They said I had seizures. I've never had one. I would know. I know what a seizure is.
I would hope you would.
That would be one reason why I'm here, and it's not true. Dr. Pretty hates people with seizures.
Oh, I'm sure that he can't hate you.
He does. If you're listening to me, you need to stop saying that I'm lying.
Oh, okay. I will stop contradicting you. I'm sorry.
Thank you. They say lots of things that aren't true. I know what is, and I know what isn't.
Then when that happens, I need you to tell me how I can help you.
Okay, I will. I need to visit Mother. She was sad today.
Oh, why was she sad?
She lives here. She sees me. That's all she needs to be sad.
Of course. We'll get you to visit soon. So besides myself, a lawyer has been found for you for the upcoming trial.
Trial? Will I be able to speak?
Yes, you will. You'll get a better opportunity to tell your side, to show the judge that you are more than capable of taking care of yourself and your child.
And we have a lawyer. That's good.
Yes, we were fortunate. This lawyer contacted me after he heard about the case. I checked him out, and he seemed to be very experienced. We can't afford many, but he was more than willing to listen and help us out. He should be here shortly. Mr. Whitehead, thanks for coming. I would like to introduce you to Carrie. Carrie, I would like you to meet Irving Whitehead.
Hello, Mr. Whitehead.
Wonderful to meet you, Miss Buck. So let's talk about this case.
Yes. They're calling me feeble-minded. They want to keep my baby from me, and they said that she is feeble-minded too.
Yes, I read that, and of course, you're not.
No, I'm not.
Mr. Whitehead, I think it's about something more than that. They want to fix the situation in a way that infringes on Carrie's basic rights.
Yes. Well, it is very much a tough case. They have a lot of medical evidence on their side.
Well, they brought some experts forward, but they didn't meet Carrie. Well, at least for no discernible time to offer a detailed report.
But they did do a report and place that in the judge's hands. Well, I will take a look at their transcripts and see what there is to find. Now, this is going to be bigger than you, Carrie. It's about individual harm versus greater harm. Does Carrie's personal rights outweigh those rights of society? That's what the argument is.
They think I will harm society? Why would they think that?
Not in the way that a gun or a bomb will, but by who she is.
I'm not hurting anyone. I've never hurt anyone. I was brought here after I had Vivian and the Dobbses.
Their argument of feeble-mindedness coincides with your mother and now your child.
My baby is feeble-minded too? They know that she is?
Please, Carrie, we should let him speak.
Well, that's what the reports will try to tell. So your child, Vivian, is staying with your foster family?
Yes, but that's not all.
Well, let me see what their report says about Vivian.
There's nothing wrong with her.
Have you spent any time with her?
She was taken away from me. I was brought here.
Carrie, I'm sorry. That must have been very hard. I can't imagine what that must have been like for you. Have the doctors here been hard on you?
Well, sometimes, but not often. They've been good, but I don't think I belong here.
Well, you tell me if they are ever hard on you. You're a very charming woman, Carrie, and very capable, I can see. We will see what we can do, but you shouldn't worry at all. You have a strong case.
There must be something we can do.
Mr. Shelton, I understand this is hard. We want to make sure that Carrie gets the best care here. That means you need to trust my judgment on how we proceed. We can't attack their witnesses as They are experts in their field. We must look at Carrie and show that she is not a harm to anyone. Isn't that true, Carrie?
Sorry?
You must have been having a small daydream. I said that you wouldn't harm anyone.
No, I wouldn't. I just want my baby back.
Of course you do. And that's what I'm going to try to do. You do believe that I can help?
Yes, I think you can.
Mr. Whitehead, as Carrie's guardian, I assure you that we will help in any way we can. We really need to get Carrie's voice heard.
Mr. Shelton, I intend to, but you must also trust my methods. This case will go the way it should. You have to trust me. I might also add that not many others would take on Carrie's case. Did you receive many offers?
No, I didn't.
And Carrie has placed her trust in me, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
Well, good. Now I have to send out for those reports then and start formulating our case. Now do not worry, Mr. Shelton. I have Carrie's best interest at heart. I should go now. Carrie, it was such a pleasure to finally meet you.
And you as well.
And wonderful to meet you too, Mr. Shelton. I will contact you soon when I know the next court date.
Thank you.
What?
For this, for all of this. Mr. Whitehead was wonderful.
Oh, of course.
You don't understand. I'm smiling today. I haven't smiled in forever. I'm feeling like there might be some hope.
Well, that's wonderful.
And you helped me find that. Thank you.
Cute kid. Too bad about this whole situation.
Yes, it is unfortunate. Hopefully we can help her.
We are helping her. Just remember why we're here.
I know, but maybe...
Remember who is paying me to help.
I know. Dr. Pretty.
And who set you up to be the guardian?
Dr. Pretty.
Good. Don't forget that. Have a good day, Shelton.
So this is the place.
Yes.
I think we've driven by this place before. I have some relatives in Lynchburg. We visited them during the holidays, this past holiday.
Dear, don't need to know that.
Of course, I knew it was here, but now it's just standing there.
It seemed so much bigger before.
I think that's childhood that does that.
Maybe, or how it held you.
I understand.
Dear, why are you shaking?
When Mother gave me up, I was brought here. I didn't come on a diagnosis or anything. They thought I would follow Mother's example of being a loose woman. It's not exactly something you want to tell your husband.
My husband knew.
Oh?
I didn't have much choice. It was out there.
The news stories.
Yes. That's her room.
What?
Mother. Her room was on the east side. It always had the beautiful sun in the morning.
That's hopeful.
You find hope where you can.
I'm sure.
There was a walking path on the far side, a field with purple clover. There was so much of it. We would sometimes walk there and pick the clover if they let us outside. We couldn't bring it in, but the smell would stay on our fingertips.
I've always loved that smell too.
It's beautiful. No, I don't spell it. We should go.
Of course. I was just hoping you might talk more about the place.
Well, you were there. You remember it.
I know, but you have a different experience there.
Did you like being here?
Well, no, but
Then it's the same. We should go.
please, Carrie. It's been weeks since we finally met, and you haven't said about anything about this, about being here. I just have news stories and articles, and not one says more than your name. They never asked you a single question.
I wouldn't have given the answers even if they asked.
But you could say what happened.
Why would I want to go back?
But then why did you come on this drive with us?
Because I wanted to spend the day with my sister and her husband. I don't get to leave much with Charlie being so sick. And you wanted to spend the day with me too.
Of course. I was just hoping you'd open up more.
I've never heard any of this except the bits that Doris told me.
Well, what gives you the right to know that? It wasn't you in here. You just married someone who was here. Doris, you didn't even tell him about this place. If you knew that your wife lived here, would you have married her?
Oh, that's being unfair.
And bringing your sister back here with some intention of bringing back the past? Is that fair?
I was trying to help. When we talk about things, it can help heal.
Then why didn't you tell Matthew?
She had her reasons, I'm sure.
She was scared. I know.
You don't know me.
Of course I do. I had the same fears. I just made a different choice. I want you to drive me home.
Carrie, I'm sorry, but I need to know this. Both of our lives revolved around this place. I had one experience, but it wasn't the same as yours.
And you're wondering why.
Why what?
Why it was me all this happened to and not you.
I don't know why.
I do. I wonder why it was me every day.
I didn't wish this on you. I never would.
So, you want to go back in time and change places?
Well, we can't do that.
No, but if you could, would you?
Well, you know I can't answer that.
Yes, you can. You can say, yes, I would change in a heartbeat.
Carrie,
Because that's what I would say to you. Even knowing everything that happened here.
I'm sorry.
Stop saying, I'm sorry. Just stop it.
I can't help it.
If you can, you just stop. If you're not going to drive me home, I'm going over to that field.
You said there wasn't any clover.
Well, maybe it's out there so deep that I can't see it. I will meet you at the car.
I'm scared.
You have nothing to be scared about.
I'll be right here.
Thank you.
All rise. Chief Justice Holmes presiding.
Be seated. Carrie Buck is a feeble-minded white woman who was committed to the state colony above mentioned in due form. She is the daughter of a feeble-minded mother in the same institution, and the mother of an illegitimate feeble-minded child. She was 18 years old at the time of the trial of her case in the circuit court in the latter part of 1924. The Commonwealth is supporting in various institutions many defective persons who, if now discharged, would become a menace. But if incapable of procreating, might be discharged with safety and become self-supporting with a benefit to themselves and to society. Experience has shown that heredity plays an important part in the transmission of insanity, imbecility, etc. There can be no doubt that so far as the procedure is concerned, the rights of the patient are most carefully considered. And as every step in this case was taken in scrupulous compliance with the statute and after months of observation, there is no doubt that in that respect, the plaintiff in error has had due process in law. We have seen more than once that the public welfare may call upon the best citizens for their lives. It would be strange if it could not call upon those who already sap the strength of the state for these lesser sacrifices, often not felt to be such by those concerned, in order to prevent our being swamped with incompetence. It is better for all the world if instead of waiting to execute degenerate offspring for crime, or to let them starve for their imbecility, society can prevent those who are manifestly unfit from continuing their kind. The principle that sustains compulsory vaccination is broad enough to cover cutting the fallopian tubes. 3 generations of imbeciles is enough.
What happened?
I'm sorry, Carrie. The court has ruled against us.
But he talked about sterilization.
I'm very sorry, Carrie. There's nothing we can do.
But what does all this mean? What are they doing here? It wasn't supposed to happen now.
This is your memory, Carrie. Everything is faster here.
You should go with the doctor and finish this.
No, I don't want to go. No, get away from me. Stay away.
You can't fight this, Carrie. It was meant to happen.
Think about how much better the world will be.
Please, I don't want this.
It's not about you.
It was never about you.
Please, you were supposed to help me.
We did, Carrie.
We all did.
Please, you can't.
Goodbye, Carrie.
Goodbye, Carrie.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you for all of this.
Go away. I said go away. Who are you? Get out.
Really? It's not like I was invited. None of this was invited. And it's your memory, by the way. You can send me away.
Who are you?
Harry Laughlin, at your service.
I don't know you.
Well, it's true. We never met, but boy, do I know you.
You seem familiar.
Well, you probably saw this old face around here before. I spoke with Dr. Pretty quite a bit about you. Too bad he passed away before the trials. He said you were perfect.
Perfect?
Why, perfect for our plan. And by golly, he was right. Perfect to a T.
I don't understand.
Well, let me tell you then. You see, I wasn't really a man of science. Heck, I was mostly just a school teacher who suddenly got a heck of a lot of interest in a very fascinating topic.
Topic?
Why, eugenics. It was just beginning to catch on, and I just needed a little boost. Dr. Davenport definitely had the ideas from the science side, but it was all me that saw what it could all mean for America. We became pals, and we decided to bring eugenics to the masses. We met with idea men like Madison Grant and his explosive book, The Passing of the Great Race, and got him on board. We got doctors to create tests to see what people's intelligence really was. From those tests, a chart was developed about levels of age intelligence. Holmes was wrong. You weren't an imbecile. You, my dear, were a moron. We set up fairs around the country to test people and their families, and they came to us willingly because they wanted the best people in America too. Heck, we even got some pretty famous people to spout off the good word. Theodore Roosevelt, the old colonel himself. Helen Keller, blind, but she definitely saw the light. W.E.B. Du Bois, sure, Negroes were equal, but really not all of them. Margaret Sanger, no more unwanted births there. They all loved it.
What does this have to do with me?
Why, my dear, you are the most important person of all. You made all this possible. With your mother and your daughter being just like you, why, you were just about as perfect as an apple pie. We finally had hereditary samples right in our hands. We just had to make the case that in your situation, the line had to be drawn.
You sterilized me.
Well, no. I mean, like I said, I'm more of an idea guy. We had some fine doctors to do that. Just a little snip, snip, and it was done. But because of your trial, well, that made the dream possible.
Dream?
Why, a perfect America, where we bring into the world the best people. We can't have generations of poverty and homelessness and mental problems. We can't have masses of Negroes breeding indiscriminately. We can't have immigrants flooding into our great country unless they can provide us the best Americans. We can't, we just can't afford it. But we can afford the snip snip part. That saves everyone in the end.
But it's wrong.
But it was lawful, thanks to you, and it still is. Oh dear, my asthma must be acting up. Aren't I such the hypocrite? Well, no one will know, just our little secret. Well, Carrie, it was great to finally meet you, but I have to go.
Wait, where are you going? I'm confused.
Why, Carrie, I'm leaving. Your part is done. We can all just move on now.
Move on? But I'm still here.
Well, that's what happens. We all just move on. Goodbye, Carrie.
Wait, please.
Goodbye, Carrie. Oh, man, it's a little warm out here. Sure wasn't expecting that. Goodbye.
I'm still here. I'm still here.
What is she looking at? She asked us to drop her off at the cemetery.
There's something here. What are we doing?
We're finding answers.
But at what cost? Who am I really doing this for?
Things happened well before you arrived.
But what right do I have to bring them up?
Well, you wanted your own answers.
What do you mean?
You know, you were bounced around as much as Carrie was. You play the invulnerable woman, but there's hurt there too. Just not the same hurt.
It doesn't even compare, and I don't even know the whole story. I never thought I was invulnerable.
Liar. It's okay. I probably did the same thing. It's what boys are supposed to do. Something doesn't happen the way it's supposed to. We sink down in, say it doesn't matter, and move on. That's not how it works. So I was angry and sad too.
About?
Not having a child. I used to think it was the expectation of it, but it was something bigger. There's a lack of choice in the matter. Some higher power saying that we would make horrible parents. Possibility taken away on a whim.
Versus possibility taken away because someone else chooses.
It's hard not to feel that towards her. You may get a glimpse of that truth, but that may be all that we ever get. We have to be okay with that.
I would look at mothers with their kids and wonder why them and not me.
I did the same with fathers. But they had no more answers than what we got from ourselves. It just is. Let Carrie come to you now. She has a lot of hurt going on.
I'm glad I got to choose you.
Well, that was my decision.
You're horrible.
I have my moments. I'll be in the car. Let her come to you.
You don't have to stand there. You can sit.
I don't want to intrude. I've done enough of that already.
I'm envious of you. The colony was home to me, and you managed to get out early on.
I wish I could explain it.
You can't. It just is. He's right. You have to be okay with it.
You've got great hearing.
We're in a cemetery. No other sound, really, but the birds. Voices carry here. There's no hiding from it. He's a good man. Quirky, but nice.
Thanks.
He thinks I'm quirky, too. I can see that. But he's trying to understand. If you have always had control, it's hard to think about not having it. But at least he's listening.
Yes, he's one of the good ones. So
Yes.
many are not.
Yes. She's here.
Who? Mother? You've never said.
She's somewhere near the colony. It wasn't marked. They never said that she had passed when I tried to contact them.
Oh, that would be horrible.
She was your mother, too.
Can I tell you something?
Okay.
I don't know what I feel towards her. I was taken so young and I never knew her. I should feel something, but it's like a faded image. I remember you showing us those pictures and thinking I should feel something, but I don't know what.
You can just love them. You didn't have control of that.
Thank you. I don't want to seem heartless.
My daughter.
Oh,
I don't talk about her. It hurts to say so.
you don't have to say anything.
I heard you talking to Matthew about the loss of possibility, and I understand. It was in my hands, and then it was gone.
They took her away.
Yes, they took her away and left me at the colony. I don't even have a picture.
And she's here.
Yes. Every day I can only hold on to that image, that small child that almost made it into my arms. It's a fight to keep that image.
Possibility.
It's like you're underwater, and if you just reach out a little further, you'll reach the surface and breathe. Only more water falls, and the water level gets further away. You just keep reaching for that light, though. You can see it if you try.
Drowning, but you're still alive and you don't know why.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing. I know it's not easy. I guess I was the lucky one after all, but I never quite saw myself that way. When they said that I couldn't have children, it was that possibility gone, but it's just what life offers you.
That's life. A series of moments where you don't really have a choice.
It's amazing we came from the same place.
Sisters, but strangers too. So much lost time. I wish I'd seen her. Possibility taken away. This is her grave.
Vivian, that's pretty.
Yes.
She was so young, 8 years old.
More possibility taken away. Well, we should go home.
Okay, we can do that.
Be patient.
Okay.
It will all come when I'm ready, and I know you are too.
Okay, I'll try to be patient.
What are you doing here?
Mrs. Dobbs, please.
You wrote me, and I wrote back. I thought I was very clear.
I understand, but we thought this was a good idea.
For whom? And on top of it, you brought her with you.
Carrie has nowhere else to go.
And she still doesn't. She can't come here.
Mrs. Dobbs, I just want to be with Vivian. Dr. Bell, could I speak with Mrs. Dobbs for a few moments?
Mrs. Dobbs?
I'll allow it. I'll call for you momentarily.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, I don't want to seem unreasonable. Maybe then you'll all leave me alone.
Hasn't changed much. You're home?
It hasn't. You didn't come here to talk about my home.
No. I want to see Vivian. I wanted to stay here in order to be with her. You adopted her, so that's the only way.
It would be that simple for you, wouldn't it? To just return here and resume your life.
It wouldn't be simple, but it's what I want.
And what about what we want? Do you realize how much trouble you brought to our family?
I'm sorry if you thought I did something, but it wasn't my fault.
Of course it wasn't. We could start with your mother, who didn't know how to keep to herself, whoring herself to any eligible man she could find. There was not a respectable bone in her body.
She tried to be better, but she didn't know what else to do.
A woman marries and becomes a mother. That's what she does. Disgusting.
She wasn't disgusting.
And of course, we will never know what her mental state was. Unless, of course, we look at you. Unable to stop sinning and following the path she made for you. You are just like her. I saw that the moment we took you in. Feeble-minded, just like her.
Then why did you take me in?
We wanted to do better for society. But sometimes you can only do so much. We sent you to school and thought that would help.
I did well in school. I was in grade 6. I had good grades, the same as anyone my age.
No, you didn't. You just couldn't live up to the ideal. You can do better.
You pulled me from school. You told me you needed me here to help you.
You were just useless, and I couldn't do anything with you.
You needed me to work. You didn't care about my school.
All lies that you can fabricate if you want.
But not the biggest lie of all.
You need to leave now.
So where's your nephew?
I don't want to hear any more. You're a mess, just like your mother.
You know what happened.
We had to send you away.
Your nephew raped me.
You are becoming loose, just like your mother.
One floor above. I was sweeping the bedroom when he appeared at the door. I didn't look at his way, but he wouldn't stop staring. I closed my eyes, but then I felt a hand feel my back.
Stop talking.
His hand moved further down and I turned around. I tried to walk away, but he grabbed my arm and threw me to the bed. I scrambled to get away, but he jumped on me, crawling up my body. Please get off me. That's all I could say before he covered my mouth with his hand, his body pinning me down. His other hand reached under my dress and ripped down my... He pulled his pants down, moved up and down, and...
Stop this. Doctor!
I haven't told the ending. I will scream it for the doctor to hear.
No one will believe you. No one will care. You'll just go back inside the colony.
Let me see Vivian.
Tell your story. Tell about the mistake your daughter is. Tell how she came into the world. She will just become like you. They already think she is. Feeble-minded. A moron. I believe the doctors and courts called her that. If you came here with the intention to force me into a position, you are sadly mistaken. I've already told the doctors and court that I feel you might be a harm to your daughter. Oh, wait. My daughter. That is how she is being raised. They want you here, but I have made it clear that you should be moved away, far away. Your story is over with us.
You know what happened.
Yes, I do. I will do what I need to preserve my family. Your family has met its end. Society is much better because of it. Doctor, come here. Take her away. She just hurt me.
Carrie,
See the red mark on my face? She slapped me. It's right there on my face to prove it.
is this true?
Of course it is. It's right there. She is just like her mother. Take her away. I don't want to see her again.
Come with me, Carrie.
And Carrie, don't you ever come near Vivian again. I'm warning you.
And you never saw her again?
No, it was hard. I went back to the colony right after. I didn't have anywhere else to go.
Then what happened?
If it's all right.
Well, Dr. Bell was able to find another couple that I could stay with. The second couple were nicer, but they were always watching me. I did my chores, I stayed quiet, but I wanted to see more. They thought when I disappeared that I was looking for men. I wasn't. I left once to see if I could see Vivian, but I was scared to ask people who she was. I wouldn't even know what she looked like.
That's horrible.
It was what it was.
I wouldn't have been that calm.
I wasn't sometimes, but I had to be. I would have gone crazy. They might have noticed that at the colony.
Matthew! What was the colony like for you after?
Well, you were there.
Well, I was only really there for a short time. I was treated for an appendectomy and soon found a home.
Well, it was home in many ways. I had a home, but I felt like I was more of a prisoner at the Dobbs place. Some doctors were nice, some nurses too.
Dr. Pretty? I remember him.
He made you think that he was on your side, but he was the one setting up the court case.
Oh, I never knew that.
I hope you don't mind, Carrie. We managed to find some documents about the colony this week. We just skimmed through them. We had some help from a Dr. Nelson who was looking into your story. We didn't tell him anything, but he seems like he wants to bring the whole thing to light.
I don't know about that.
I understand. It's very invasive. I just wanted to be honest and let you know.
Well, of course. I'll think about it.
I wish I had known Mother was there.
We saw each other there as much as we could. It was harder after I went to live with the Newberries. I would write to Dr. Bell, but responses were very limited. The last letter I got from him was telling me that she had passed 2 weeks before. I don't know why he didn't tell me sooner. I guess it wasn't that easy for him either.
That's very understanding.
What else can I do?
Doris,
What is it?
I'm just reading these documents.
No, I'm sure that Carrie doesn't want to hear most of this.
This isn't about Carrie. It's about you.
What do you mean?
You said that you had an appendectomy at the colony.
Well, yes, it was a routine thing. Lots of girls had them.
You had it about 2 months after Carrie's surgery?
Okay. I'm sure many people had them.
Your name is here, but it wasn't an appendectomy. Honey, I think you were sterilized.
What? You must be mistaken.
Don't think I am.
No.
I'm sure it's a mistake. The doctors would have told us after.
but we never did an examination this deep.
Well, no, but they would have known my history.
Honey, we just found your actual birth certificate. How would they have known?
I told them about the colony and having some records.
Listen to me. These records are real. And they don't say that your appendix was an issue. Did you go into the colony with any pains at all?
I was 16. My guardians had thought I wasn't feeling well.
But were you?
It was 50 years ago.
An appendix illness is serious and very painful. Don't you think it's odd that Carrie was sterilized and then 2 months later you had this surgery?
They would have told me. They wouldn't do that.
They did.
What?
I heard them. Girls were taken for surgeries all the time when I was at the colony after my trial. I remember Dr. Pretty, the one before Dr. Bell. He would say that they wanted to do it. There was an earlier trial where they did it without the person knowing. I remember that during the trial.
But that wasn't me.
No, they did it legally on you. Honey, the rate of sterilization in these documents rises like 500% after Carrie's trial. There are hundreds of names. I think this explains it.
No, it doesn't.
We tried for years to have a child and couldn't.
I'm not to blame.
I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying that this might explain it.
There has to be a mistake.
There's no mistake, honey. I think they sterilized you and they lied about it.
I would know if I was. I don't want to hear any more about this. Carrie, maybe we should leave.
Doris, please. God, I'm sorry.
No, you don't get to say that. There's nothing to be sorry about. Nothing happened.
Doris.
Give me those. There's nothing here. Nothing. Just stop talking.
You have to believe that this
Stop
is...
it. There's nothing to believe because it didn't happen. Now, both of you just leave me alone.
Honey.
Leave me alone.
Oh, God, I'm so sorry.
Harry, it has nothing to do with you.
It's all my fault.
No, it's not. I can't imagine how you must feel. This list is so long.
And none of them would have happened without me.
You give yourself way too much credit, Carrie.
What do you mean?
They may have said to you that you were perfect, but the fact of the matter is that they would have found another girl, another woman to do this if you were not there. You didn't deserve any of this. The foster homes, the mistreatment, the trial, or the life after, none of it. And you don't deserve to feel any guilt for these women's lives.
I was the first.
Being the first doesn't matter. It's horrible. If you were the first or any number in between then and now, someone should feel horrible. The people who did this to you, who made up a system that made this type of treatment possible. People who thought that they had any right to control people this way. Visions of idealism without any thought of the consequences. They just wanted to make a better world. What they did was take people's lives out of their hands. There are women right now still fighting for that right, who see these men on pedestals making those decisions. They don't care about the women. They care about keeping control.
Matthew.
Sorry,
That's okay.
I'm just so angry right now. I've watched that woman beat herself up for years for not giving me the one thing we both wanted. Now I'm watching her feel like it was all her fault. I wanted a child, but I never wanted her to be hurt. No one should be hurt like this.
You're hurt too.
Nothing.
Oh, it's something. You're something. You're one of the good ones.
Thank you for believing in me.
So this is it?
I guess it is.
You seem to do well with the new berries.
They were nice, a little strict.
I'm sure they had their reasons.
Everyone has reasons for what they do. The reasons aren't always right.
Well, now this is your chance to move on, to start again.
I'm not sure I started the first time.
Well, then make this the first time.
I don't know where I'm going.
Well, we did set you up with that boarding room. The bus stop is just down the street here a little.
Thank you.
You should be happy.
I don't think I know what happy is.
Well, you're free to do what you want. Cheer up. Well, I should get back to my patients. Safe travels and write me when you can. I'd like to hear how you're doing. You're one of my favorite patients.
Okay, I will. Take care of Mother.
I will. She will get the best care here.
Okay. Bye.
Do you know where you're going?
No, I don't.
Well, that direction takes you into town.
Lynchburg.
Yes, that's right. Were you just here?
No, I'm just lost.
Ah, I understand. I've heard of this place.
You have?
Yes, I have. A relative of mine came here once, a young man. He needed some healing, and I'm not sure he got it. It was very sad.
Why?
Well, he wasn't himself. When he was younger, he had this spark in him, lively, a real thinker. His ideas scared his family. It can be scary when someone doesn't seem like they're normal. I tend to think that we have no idea what normal really is.
Okay.
I think we're all just a little peculiar and just need to find people that are a little peculiar too. My family thinks the same of me.
Are you married?
Widowed. My children are wonderful, but they worry about me. I get those crazy ideas too. I just keep telling them that it's just how I see the world, that you just need to stop for a moment and see the world through someone else's eyes.
I understand.
I thought you might. No one should ever be ashamed to be in a place like this. I imagine a good many people are here who see the world just a little differently.
There are.
So, where are you going?
I have a room in a boarding house. It's on Wise Street.
Well, that is the street we could all live on. Well, it happens that I am also going in that direction. Would this kind lady permit my arm in guiding her there?
What?
Well, it's much more safe to have someone guide you. I make-believe and much more nice. We can wait for the bus together.
Are you sure?
Oh, never more sure. There is a lot of unkindness in this world. I'm offering a kind arm.
Then I accept.
And I welcome that. Come, my dear, my name is William.
My name is Carrie.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Carrie. It will be miles away soon.
Maybe, but not always. Sometimes it will be very close.
Well, hopefully not too close. Much more of the world to see.
Doris,
I don't want to talk about it.
I think you have to.
No, I don't have to do anything. You think you have all the answers, and Matthew thinks he's right.
I think he's right.
No, he's not. I would know if he was right.
You can be angry.
I'm not angry because nothing happened.
I think you know it did.
Stop this. Just stop this. I'm not angry. Nothing happened.
Okay.
I would know if that happened. I would know if a doctor had done that. Just because you had that experience doesn't mean I did.
Okay.
Because you and me are not the same. We had different lives.
And of course, it would happen to me and not happen to you.
No, that's not fair.
None of it is fair. It happened to me and it happened to you.
But it didn't happen. None of it happened. I would know. I would know.
Okay.
And it didn't. I couldn't have a baby because I couldn't, or Matthew couldn't, and that's okay.
No, it's not. It's sad.
It's just what it is. Nothing happened.
Unless it did.
It didn't happen, Carrie. Stop it. I was not sterilized. I had an appendectomy. That's what I had. That's what they told me. I needed it because I would be sick otherwise. And I could have been sick. I'm sure I was feeling sick. I mean, I was in pain. I remember it. And pain means I was needing that surgery. And they knew who you were. They knew your mother and they knew your baby. But they didn't know me. They couldn't have known me. Because they couldn't have. We didn't know each other. And they collected information on people. I know that. But they couldn't have collected it on me because I was only there once or twice and they didn't know who my mother was. They couldn't have. Because then they would have told me about her and I would know her like you knew her. And I didn't know her. I never got to know her. They couldn't have known. They couldn't have known, right?
Yes, they could have known.
No.
I'm sorry, Doris. They did know. Matthew showed us the paper. They knew.
No, they couldn't have. I mean, they didn't lie to me.
Yes, they did. They lied. Lots of times they lied. Everything that they said to me was a lie. There was nothing wrong with me, nothing. And I don't think you needed your surgery. I'm sorry.
No, it couldn't have happened. I was supposed to have a baby. I wanted a baby. We both wanted a baby.
I know. You should have had that chance. You didn't get a choice. Just like when she was taken from me, I wasn't given a choice either. I think you knew. You came to her grave.
I'm sorry. I know I say that a lot.
It's okay.
I shouldn't have left like that.
It's okay.
Is it?
It will be. When you start to think about it less.
I didn't want to hear it. None of it.
I know. It's hard.
I guess you would know. I don't know how you did it.
I had help. I had to learn to trust. And it's not easy.
Not after all of this.
No,
How can you trust people anymore?
I didn't trust you when you first came,
I know.
but I do now.
Thank you. I can't believe this happened to me. I was so caught up in everything that happened to you that I never dreamed that I would be the same.
Everything is possible. You never realize it until it happens.
I wanted so much for a certain life and never realized I was never going to have it.
I know. We get an idea of what life is supposed to be like, and then someone decides that we don't deserve to have that.
It's numbing to not be in control. I would pray to God for a miracle, not realizing that He couldn't do a thing about it.
Oh, I prayed a lot too, but I stopped.
You stopped praying and hoping?
No, I stopped putting that control in someone else's hands, another man's hands.
People who seem to know what's best for us.
Well, believing in yourself first before you let someone else believe in you. A lot of men hurt us, some women too,
Yes.
but some men and women didn't. I just try to remember that. Otherwise, you would go crazy. And I've already been there.
You already used that joke.
It's still funny, and I'm allowed to use it.
Yes, you are.
Matthew is a good one.
Yes, he is.
He's in the car. He wanted us to talk first. He's hurting too.
This never just hurts one person.
No, it hurts many more. But that hurt starts to get smaller, and that helps.
I can't imagine knowing what I know now and not having you here.
Okay.
Sometimes you say a lot and sometimes you say little.
Sometimes things don't need to be said.
Oh, I'm such a basket case. Oh, I guess I shouldn't really use that.
Why not? You are.
Where is this sense of humor coming from?
I don't know. I don't usually let people in. They never get to hear my humor.
You did tell me that before. You are funny.
So are you. She would have liked having an aunt.
I would have loved her too.
You still can. I do. I wasn't expecting anyone, but now I have a sister too.
That's true.
Possibility returned.